And the stream has started.
Mr. Hobbs' Gamerhood welcomes you to Curse of the Crimson Claw with me, your GM, Jason Hobbs. I guess I'll do the intro first. Last session started with Yisrael declaring the band as heroes of the Kobold tribe, and the subsequent feast followed a long rest for our group. As the feast started, the group mingled with the crowd and learned that a new Furion Plizzo had been named, and he is known as Meepo, a young kobold of renown. As the feast ended and drew to a close, Ralphie brought warning of a two-pointed attack coming from the Crimson Claw. The group found that it consisted of Ballsack, the bugbear, a hobgoblin leader, and some goblins. Ballsack had freed Alguya, and the two groups attacked in an attempt to finally finish the kobolds off once and for all. Unfortunately for the Crimson Claw, things didn't go as planned, however, and they were repulsed, and the young bugbear and all the enemy combatants were killed or captured, as well as the young owlbear, because whoever wrote this screwed it up. Anyway, it seemed obvious that the Crimson Claw were well-focused and not without disciplined leadership. So we join our group just after this battle at the end of the feast took place, and I am joined, as I am always joined, by the players of Curse of the Crimson Claw. The first one would be Don. Don, introduce yourself and tell us about your character. All right, then.
Oh. His mic's not working, remember?
All right, Don, mime an introduction of yourself and your character.
We would like something in interpretive dance, preferably with a neo-modernist bent to it, please. Shirt is optional. Continue. Go.
All right, let's skip over Don for the moment. We're also missing Craig Brasco, the player of Grism Dav, the necromantically tainted wizard.
Yes.
And we do have John Bird. John, introduce yourself, and I mean more than I already did, and tell us about your character.
You got quite the eye roll.
I think you got that covered. I was playing
Grilder
the dwarf.
Yeah.
And so far through this exploration, he's found quite a few hints to what he hopes to be his next adventure back to another Dwarven lands. But currently, he's quite interested in some payback that he's been having some fun with the hobgoblins, if you could ever hit them.
Nice. And that leads us to the panhandler, Jose Lecario.
I'm playing Apator, who is a duly authorized representative and trade emissary of the nation of Danbrath. He is a no-nonsense warrior who fights things head-on, and he wants tonight to continue the search for the two tiny little little infants that are stuck in the dungeon. These two tiny little newborn, helpless little babies. He wants to find them so that he can continue trade relations for his nation.
Nice, thank you for that. For now, that leaves us with Monty Hobbs, Mysterious M.
Yeah, that's me, Mysterious M. I'm playing Monty Hobbs. Yeah, so we're related if you don't know. I am of the Dixon Hobbses, and he is now of the somewhere else Hobbses.
Currently feuding.
Exactly. He ain't from around here, you boy. But I'm playing Emerald. Pretty much just like last time.
He's a fancy lad.
On the last feed. Still working on trying to immortalize our band of misfits into verse and song, and just do what he can to help out the party and rescue the not babies, but the two humans that we were sent on this quest to begin with.
All right, nice. Don, are you with us at the moment? Can you introduce yourself and tell us of your character? No?
Hi, I'm Don, and my character is Corsair the Inept. I've never played D&D that much. I like rats, but I'm a vegan. It's weird. And
Yeah, I raise ducks.
This role playing is new to me. I've never done it before.
Ralphie likes my fish sausages.
Somehow you actually sound like this poker pro that does vlogs, Jose, and he brings his cat, and that's his cat's voice. It almost sounded just like his cat, Cosmo. So everyone,
I actually play his cat Cosmo on that podcast. I'm familiar with it. Most people don't know that it's me. It's weird.
Nice.
Yeah, I do a lot of animal voice overs.
Yeah, that was not great. It was good. I was going to say not great, but still good.
Yeah.
All right, so we can see Don at least. We can't hear Don.
Can't hear you.
But we can see him. He's looking good. He's looking good. So let's. Does anyone have any questions or anything about last session that they want to go over?
No.
No.
This was after our long rest, right? This is
No.
No.
You had a long rest, and then the battle of the Dragon Hall Feast took place.
Ooh,
and now,
okay,
what are you going to do? Now we got to talk about what your plans are.
I thought
you could have a plan to take a long rest if you want to. I don't know if you remember, but Israel was of the mind that they must be, the broken finger or the crimson claw, whatever they're called, must. Whatever they're called, the Crimson Claw or the Broken Finger, surely they're weakened. This is your opportunity to destroy them once and for all.
Hang on real quick. I got to fix the stream. We're getting a lot of treble. One second.
Oh.
Can you hear me now?
No, I'm kidding. It was
Hey,
about your screeching.
yeah.
Hey, Don, we can hear you. Thank goodness.
Yeah, I was going to say the treble is just Hobbs' voice, right?
Oh,
That's not my voice, it's his drums. All you listeners. All right, so yeah. So what's going on? Don't everyone talk at once.
How hurt is everybody?
I'm down 7. I have 20. My hit point max is 20, and I'm down 7, so I have 13. That's math.
I do know that Grism Dab feels wounded and certainly needs rest.
yeah, I think we probably better do a long rest because I think we tapped out all of our resources again.
Well, I have a healing jug. We didn't use any of our healing, right? But yeah, we
Spells
probably
you did.
Huh?
The spells I think were used, but yeah, you
okay.
probably have some healing stuff.
I think I have my second wind still, so I could do that.
I don't think so.
Why not?
I'm pretty sure you used it in the fight against.
Did I use
Maybe not though.
I might not. You know what? To be safe, let's say I did for sure.
I would assume you would, but I don't know for sure. You might have got cured enough. I'm open to whichever one.
I know I used one healing on him, but that was just one.
Search.
I was pretty sure that Emerald used a healing on him as well because he was getting beat up pretty bad by Alguya and then later the
Balsag.
Balsag, yeah.
I'm adding a counter so next time I can keep track of it because that was my bad.
Well, I know I'm injured, and I know that I have my spells marked off.
Okay. Okay, so this is the place where all the 5 EGMs are like, man, we gotta keep attack. We're gonna have to attack you during long rests if you're always gonna take long rests. But
yeah, well, that's
No, I take that back. I am not injured. I did not get hurt. I got shot at a lot, but
I am out
of spells.
I think that we thought you got hit once, but you actually had your little cantrip up that saved you.
Yes, correct.
Yes, 0 lumber liches so far, Kevin.
And that I understand that argument, but if this were 1st or 2nd edition, we'd still be compelled to rest if we were that hurt, you know what I mean? And it would just be a longer, more laborious process. So, they're just compressing the penalties because penalties are no fun when you're the player. That's the way I feel about it. I like the shorter rests. I mean, nobody wants to go into. No one wants to limp into every fight. You can, like you did this time. You hit us in 2 waves, so the second wave was much tougher. You time crunched us, so we didn't have a chance to rest. So, there's ways to do that.
Yeah, it's up to you. I mean, obviously you guys can do anything you want. Israel is of the mind that you should instantly go after them, but I mean, like you had mentioned previously, they're
and
kobolds, and you don't really owe them anything.
Right, but now the compelling part is if we're going to go after them anyways, there is an argument to go right now so that they don't have time to regroup and to tell everyone in the damn kobold area that we're coming. You know,
right?
Goblin, yeah, the hobgoblin area.
Yeah, so even if
but I don't have anything except martial skill.
Left.
Well, you can do Careless Whisper, right? What's that one where you make them sad?
Vicious Mockery.
Yeah, that's the one. Careless Whisper. That's same difference. Yeah, you whisper some George Michael to him, and bam, he gets all bitter. So.
I'm feeling very Deadpool. There was my gratuitous. What you don't have your whatchamacallit, my gratuitous. What is that?
Advertisements.
That's it. Product placement. That's what I was looking for.
There you go.
What are we doing then?
Yeah, so whatever. What do you guys want to do?
I mean, that's what I'm arguing that maybe we should continue, but I'm a fighter, so as long as I have hit points, I can keep going.
Right, a short rest would be fine.
Okay, if a short rest will help everyone, let's do that because I do have hit dice I can spend. So maybe we'll rest for an hour.
I don't know. I don't get anything back in a short rest. That's fine. I can use the Song of Rest on a short rest, which is up on roll 20. I don't know if it's still there. I'll hit it again.
It's when we increase what we get back.
Yeah. If you want me to, it's just part of my. I'll just do it anyway, just in case anybody wants to use it.
What is that, a cantrip?
No, it's just part of my bardic thing when I hit second level. Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
We're gonna do that. We're gonna do a short rest.
Yep.
Let's get the show on the road.
All right. So I still like to cost something in that situation. So use some rations. I'm assuming you guys are getting low because you guys have been eating a bunch of rations and taking a lot of rests. So
yep.
No.
The kobolds are more than willing to help out with supplying some rations for y'all if you need some.
I think I'm pretty good.
I got plenty of rations because I only do it about half the times you tell us.
Oh, okay. Well, that works.
No, I'm kidding. I've got only 6 left, but we've only done it like 4 times.
Yeah, I've only used. Must be number 4. Even though I'm not rolling a die.
Yeah, and I got 6 left.
All right, so good. Yeah, so I basically move you guys back into your restroom because I knew get it restroom.
Your restroom.
Yeah, because I knew that's what you guys would do. So now what are you going to do? Let's say nothing happens. Oh, I better roll a die. Let's say nothing happens, and what's the plan? Feel a little more rested. Everyone who wants to roll a hit die, apparently they get an extra D6 because of the Song of Rest from Imral with his soothing music or oration.
Yes.
Cool. So, but you have to spend a healing surge to get that, right?
A hit die, yeah. If you're
a hit die, not a healing surge. Oh, that was 4th edition. I just said 4th edition stuff.
Each of those creatures regain an extra D6. Yep. If you spend one of your hit dies, you get an extra D6. Nice.
Nice, Apator.
So I rolled a 12. I don't know why it rolled twice. Maybe I double-clicked it.
Okay.
Plus roll a D6.
I'm not going to need it. I'm already at max with that.
Okay.
But the song was delightful either way.
Oh, good. I will have played Ode to Ralphie.
Now that does not sound very soothing, actually.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. I will just do the musical. I'll just do the musical interlude part of it. I won't do the orientation.
I like it. Yes, the audience people, Kevin. It seems that the mysterious M. Hobbs has written an ode to Ralphie, and we'll put that out somewhere. So you can all enjoy it as the rest of us have. It is stirring my bowels.
Thank you for that.
All right, so let's go. What's the next plan of action?
After
this is a game of action.
I want to go find.
I think.
It looks like Ralphie must have ran off during the combat.
Yeah, he does that.
Because I don't know where he is.
Yeah.
Well, if
But it's possible he may return. Let's see. All right.
So we should probably go this way, right? This is the way they retreated up the passage.
well, I can't remember if it was session 4 or session 5 when we were fighting the guy that he ran off. I think that was 4, and then they came after us on 5. Wasn't that what it was? Didn't they attack us here one other time?
I think that was the same time, wasn't it?
Was it? I was thinking that somebody ran through this door and they said something about coming through the catacombs. So I don't know if it would be out of the north instead of having to travel all the way back up around. So yeah,
I
I'm
thought
saying
they came out of these doors, right? This door up here. This is where they came.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah, so that's probably the way we should go, right?
That's what I would say.
Yeah, so let's do that.
Okay.
You guys down with that plan?
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's do it.
All right. So once we've had our rest, and I think I get my second wind in my thing back after
there's
a
Ralphie.
short rest. Let me see.
Ralphie shows up. You know, looks like he might have just been rummaging around in some dead ball sag.
Short or long rest.
Is that
Short or long rest. Hey! No. So I got those. 1 action surge, 1 second wind. Alright.
I think you missed my Israel voice earlier, Kevin, and it was not a favorite of the group. All right.
All right, so let's we'll make our way over to here.
So you're heading up to the north.
Yeah.
All right, you guys are just going in there. You want me to just take y'all?
Yeah.
Are you guys going to move yourselves, or
I'd say put us either in this, in this room or going into this room, whichever.
Erky's already in there. He's brave.
brave as a crazy dude.
Brave as a gnome.
What's that? Oh, dang it. All right. So, are Grilder and the rest of the people going, or are negatory?
We're splitting the party.
Well, Grilder is definitely not going. Not Grilder, but Grism Dav, sorry.
Right.
But if you guys are still down there, then he will have gone. You know the drill. Just like last time when Don missed.
He might be here. He's in the corner of our eye, sort of. But when we look, he's not there. It's like, oh, I thought I saw him.
I bet we'll find him.
What was your question, Don?
I bet we'll find him like elbow deep in the corpse of Balsac. You know, he's all obsessed with the death and the gloom.
That's true.
Looking for answers.
I don't know if you noticed, but Meepo was in there strutting around without Alguia. He needs a beast to master.
Well, he needs to go out and do some searching.
Hey, where's that gnome?
Right, in the
Erky's
room.
in
He's up here.
All right.
So we'll go into this room. I'll just blink on my character because it's laggy.
It is laggy. Are you using how is it for the people who are using Firefox? Is it laggy for them?
I don't know. Should I switch?
Seems
Firefox is fine for me. I'm not lagging at all.
Yeah.
Seems good.
Let me switch then. Let me start up Firefox. I usually only
I'm
use
not-
Firefox for porn, so that's kind of
Oh,
weird.
nice.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna switch.
What else are you guys using then?
Hang
I
on.
was using Chrome before, but I didn't have any troubles with
Let
it.
me duplicate this tab so that
I'm using Chrome, but it's still slow. Yeah.
I can work with it over here.
All right. So this room is actually normally used. The odor of rotting meat permeates this chamber. Most of the rusty iron hooks in the ceiling are empty, but a few hold the skinned carcasses of large vermin, huge fungoid stalks, and several massive insect carapaces. Carapaces? I don't know how to say it. I've read it many times, but I don't know how to pronounce it. On a small battered bench along the south wall are pieces of nearly useless cutlery and rusty skinning knives. And there is also a door to the west and east.
I bet Grissom Dad would like this room.
I think we open this one up just to make sure we're clear behind us. What do you think? Open the east first?
I agree with that.
Yep, it's to the right.
What the flim-flam is going on here?
Corfy, you need to bring Ralphie in.
Oh,
He can't.
Oh.
I don't know where Ralphie is.
All right, I'm loading up.
Nice. So that's just, it looks like it's some sort of empty chamber. It's difficult to tell, you know, what it was even used for back in the day.
Oh yeah, it's much cleaner moving in Firefox. Much faster.
I don't know. Do we want to go ahead and move and not take the time?
I don't. Are you asking me?
No, I'm asking the party.
Oh, the party! There's a party up in here.
Sorry,
we want to check for secret doors or anything in here, or do we just want to go ahead and head to the west then after we've checked this?
No, I don't. Yeah, I don't think we need to check this.
I think we just move to the
west.
west.
The west. All right.
Is this door open?
This door is open.
Oh, I went east. Duh.
Yeah, east. Yeah.
Sorry. Oops. All right. Anything in that room?
It looks like this was once a guard chamber, but there aren't any kobolds now because most of them are still, you know, taking care of the fracas, cleaning things up, and skinning goblins and taking care of the captives that were taken. But the back wall looks like it has crumbled and fallen, and there's like a cavernous chamber that leads away.
That sounds like our spot, eh?
Yeah, she said something about the catacombs. Israel did.
Well, I guess our path leads us into the catacombs, yeah?
Yep.
You guys good with that?
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
All right, I will light a torch.
Yep.
Put away my shield for now. I have a shield, don't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put it away.
Hey, Corfiel.
Yeah.
If you want to go behind Apator and carry the torch, do you have a two-handed weapon? Do you have a shield?
I believe I have a shield. I have a crossbow.
This is so nice. It's working so well. Roll20's fun again.
I got the rapier out. Grilled, are you going second again, or are you going to bring up the rear?
I'll go second.
Okay, I'll bring up the rear.
So yeah, this chamber is kind of small, so you guys are going single file.
Do we want to check this room? This is still kobold space, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so maybe we'll leave that alone for now. Moving.
So it is single file to move down this area, but the map doesn't continue. So it doesn't take long. You travel maybe 100 yards, and you can actually start to see multiple branches. It looks like some sort of nexus of caverns, and they kind of go all different directions. So it breaks off, and you can see, it looks like off to one side you have like a natural stair that leads down. The hallway continues. There's two branches off to your right.
Okay, so the it's pretty well like a dusty area, right?
It doesn't really look dusty. You can kind of hear like giant insects chirping, and it looks like down the tunnel you can kind of see some phosphorescent moss. Erky is like, oh, I think we be moving down into the Underdark, eh? If you know what I be meaning.
Yeah, you mean the Underdark.
Don't you know? Don't you know?
Don't you know? He loves his cheese. So do we keep going, guys?
Yeah.
You're in the lead.
Yeah, we're just going to choose a path, right?
Yeah, let's head down, right?
I just waiting to move forward. I can't see anything except for probably 20 or
There is no
500.
map.
Oh, so we're going the wrong direction?
Oh,
No, you can.
No.
I'm perfectly fine with you guys wandering down into the Underdark if that's what you choose to do.
So that's a hint that this is not the way we should be going.
No, it is not a hint
I
because
think
that
it,
they came this way.
they did come this way?
That's yeah, it is. If only you had like a ranger who could track or something, maybe you could find out which path they used.
That's what I was asking for. Was looking for dust because I was trying to find which path had the most.
Yeah, it doesn't really have dust because it looks like the area has been used. It doesn't. You could quickly discern that the kobolds must hunt and get food, and so that's like some of the food that you saw in that larder came from down here. So they don't only eat goblins; they also must hunt this for mushrooms and other things down here in this area.
well, the hobgoblins and whatever came from this direction somewhere, whether it's up here.
Maybe we should get a guide. Do we need a guide, perhaps? Is this maybe we're supposed to get Meepo and he's supposed to come with us? Is that what's supposed to happen?
No, there's no supposed to happen, you guys.
Well, this is a module, sir. We know there's things that are supposed to happen.
No supposed to happen. This is Mr. Hobbs's gamerhood. So
I don't know what that is, and I don't think I'd move there. Okay, I don't want to raise my kids there. I don't want them to go to school in that district.
All right,
none of that.
Mildred, I don't know. Do you have a tracking roll? Or are you gonna?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. What do I use for my tracking?
Erky's Canadian.
I think you use survival, man. So most likely, like I say, I don't have a massive map of this. What I'm going to do is detail what the stakes are for this roll. So you get survival, so it's wisdom based or whatever. And if you horribly fail, like roll maybe a 1, 2, or 3 or something, it's possible that you will lead yourselves down some unknown path. If you beat in the Underdark, and you'll be lost, and then we'll just make shit up as we go. Otherwise, if you don't make the DC after that, as long as it's not a 3 or less, you're not lost. It just takes you longer to follow the path that you're trying to get to. Okay. But if you succeed, then you're like a boss, and you follow the track easily. So let's say you don't think they were trying to hide it. Your biggest problem is discerning their path compared to the kobold hunters that have come down here. So let's say it is a DC of 13. So if you get a 13 or higher with your bonuses, then you succeed. If it's lower than that, then depending on how low it is, we'll just say that's an extra turn added onto it every time. But if you get down to a 3 or less, you're lost. You led people the wrong way, and you're lost for some time.
I'm going to be looking over Grilder's shoulder here.
You're attempting to assist?
Well, not so much assisting as just making sure he's... he kind of showed me a bunch of tricks. We go
okay.
with Grilder and I.
No, you were a hermit before that.
No, he was a hermit, and then you guys got together on the.
That's right. On the trade road to Costa.
Yeah.
Well,
we go back before that even, and I'll tell you guys about it sometime.
That'll be great.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll tell you why he hates hobgoblins so much.
Woo! Oh, nice. So you drilled this thing.
Whoa, nice bird.
It's always. Looks like you know where you're going, don't you know? So yeah, you killed this, and you easily find this path, and it leads a little ways off, and it takes you a while. It looks like maybe even the kobolds didn't necessarily know that this path existed. The hunters that were stationed there before, that were taken unaware by the Crimson Claw ambush, were just like hunters. They weren't guards necessarily, so they didn't even know that this path necessarily led to where the goblins are. Okay.
So I'll pick up their fallen ale bag, which is obviously how I found it. Start taking a choke on that.
He spilled ale.
All right, so this is interesting because we're actually changing maps. I didn't expect this. I was really kind of hoping for the bad fail.
The Lost and Wandering.
Yes.
Roll he usually rolls.
He's like, cool, now I get to try out all these monsters in the monster manual. I can just go to the CR list and go.
I'm like, oh, let's just make some random rolls, see what happens. This is going to be awesome.
Right. Let's see.
I get my Drill of the Underdark book out from 2nd edition.
Oh, nice. It's got one over there somewhere.
Me too.
In a closet.
I have the whole Underdark. I have the whole Underdark box set.
Oh, nice. Oh, like the Menzo Baranzin?
Yes, Menzo.
That was a cool box set.
All right. Like I say, I wasn't necessarily ready for this, but we will quickly be ready.
Outrageous.
You've done some cool stuff, boys. It's always good.
Come on now. That's the only thing I'm going to succeed at tonight.
I like it, man. I like it.
Can I change your last name, Grilder?
Why?
What is it now?
I want to change it to Trap Finder. Grilder Trap Finder.
What are you laughing at?
I don't know. It's just
Strakelm.
That's
hard to say.
Strakelm.
That's hard to say. Strakelm.
Strakelm.
Apator can't say your last name. Strakelm.
Because you're saying it like a human.
That's not a very good representative, then.
Yeah. Grilder Strakelm.
No hard dog.
Oh wait, is it dwarf? You're not a dwarf, are you?
Dwarven Strackham.
Oh, so
Hey,
you can actually.
what?
I speak dwarven, so I can definitely say it. I think I speak
you
dwarven.
sound very excited about that.
I am excited. I can speak dwarven. Yep, look at that dwarvish. Yeah, so I say it fluently, even though I can't say it. Apator can say it just for great.
Okay, so as you guys are moving, and you pass through some different nexuses, and you pass through this a chamber of multicolored pillars that limestone is dripping off, and as your light hits it, it's almost iridescent, and it prisms off like different colors flashing around in this hall. And it does not bother the dwarven tracker, though. He unerringly heads to this small chamber that leads off. You guys have moved through different levels and heights far below the depths of whatever this place is called. Toril, right? Toril Abaddon or something like that.
Sunless Citadel?
No, I mean underground. Whatever the
Abir
planet.
Toril.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Faerun.
Faerun,
Surface of Faerun.
Yeah, you're deep beneath and moving through almost an alien land for the majority of you. But then you start to hear as you are moving through like a narrow chamber, you can kind of hear some people shifting around, and you kind of hear Balzac, the hunter returns, and you can hear. It's kind of around a corner. It's like almost maybe they saw the light or something, and it's in Goblin.
So they're expecting
Victory.
us to return. So who was carrying the torch?
You.
You were.
Oh, I thought somebody else said they had a hand free and they were going to carry it instead.
No, I have one and you have one.
Oh, okay. Does
Give it to Erky.
Yeah, we'll hand the torch to Erky. Good idea. And then I'll get my shield out.
All right. And so what are you guys going to do then?
I don't know. We don't have anything that shows us what this little small hallway or the room goes around.
It's
a
the
curve.
speed of the mind, Mysterious
Speed of the
M.
Mysterious.
So if we come around a corner, ostensibly there's going to be goblins there ready to greet Balzac, who is dead.
Yeah, right. So let's
go around the corner and surprise them.
Go around and surprise and get them. Yeah.
Yeah. How far away do they sound if we come around the corner? Do they sound like they'll be right there with a cake in their hands, or will they be off in the end, distance?
It's hard to tell. You would guess most likely cake in the hand.
Okay, so they're going to be right
nearby.
there. So
it's a large cake, and most likely giant goblins are going to jump out of it. Just to let you know.
With big old prizes.
Headdresses.
Ooh.
So yeah, I guess I'll get my. So the plan is, let's get them, right, guys? The old Ghostbusters, get them.
Yeah.
So let's. I'll pull my sword out and we'll come around the corner and I'll assault the first goblin I see.
All right, so you come around the corner and definitely it looks like this is some kind of ambush site, that they guard, and you spot. It looks like. Oh, here. This is. We'll just do this theater of mind. I like that. All right, so it looks like there's maybe 2 or 3 goblin hunters, and there's actually some other goblins that are there nearby, and they look like they are kind of like taking some myconid or fungoid type stuff, and they're drying it, so they look almost like they remind you of the kobold had these non-combatants or commoners. These look like goblin commoners, but they have weapons. So it's not like you're killing children or something like that, a la Secret of Bone Hill. Okay, so you guys surprise them totally. They're all like, the light's coming closer, and they're like calling out, in Goblin. It's like, yeah, you ain't kicked those kobolds' asses, and la da da. And you guys come around the corner, and they're like, oh. So what do you do? Oh. Right. Let's just go. Whoever is, it sounds like the people in the front would be first, so that would likely be Apator, right?
Yeah, Apator is going to attack.
All right, yeah. So you just kind of smash, and just picture a non-linear. It's just like a cavern underground, right? You guys maybe come down some hills. There's little bits of water dripping all over the place. You can see like there's one area that these goblin commoners are hanging out, messing with it, and then these other 3 goblin hunters are just ranging around. They don't have weapons to hand or anything. You can completely catch them flat-footed.
All right. So but there's warrior types too, you said?
3, yeah, 3 warriors.
All right, I will attack one of them.
Go ahead.
Here we go. I swing my longsword. We'll go for slashing on these guys. 19, so I think I hit them for 5 points of slashing damage.
All right, so these guys... Oh, you killed this guy.
Excellent. He was not expecting that.
No, you basically... What do you do to him, man? You come around the corner and surprise him. What happens?
A quick flick of my sword, and his throat is open, and he doesn't have time to scream.
Flick of a sword, and the throat is open, gushing. Goblin blood everywhere. All right, who else is up front? I think that would be...
Grildor.
Grildor is in the front? Okay, I wasn't sure if it was Corphael or not.
Yeah,
nope, goes Apator, Grildor.
One of the warrior types as well.
Go ahead.
Woo!
22 for 6.
All right, so what does Grildor do to this surprised goblin warrior?
He rushes up to him and he stabs the sword right through his heart.
All right, so you cupided this goblin. Good work.
And he's to blame.
A bad name. Who's next?
Ralph, Corfy.
Corphael.
Oh, that's it. That's all we got is 4 people, right? Yeah, I like it.
And Erky.
I was going to attack as well.
All right, there's 1 goblin warrior left.
All right, I'm going to hit him with my mace.
Oh, smack.
Ooh.
Why? I can't figure this out. Damn technology. You kids and your damn technology.
I just rolled it for you.
You should just take mine because there's
All right.
strength.
Because it was a 6.
His is much better. Corphael's. His is authorized.
Yours is a +1?
+3.
+3? Is that right?
It's only, what is it taking? It's only giving you a +1 on the thing.
It should be
But I think it's
strength.
supposed to,
It should be your strength modifier.
Not proficiency? It's only a +1 then.
I thought it did include
It
proficiency.
does
in
not
damage.
include damage. Does not include your proficiency.
All right, so it's +1.
7 then.
7. That's still enough. What happens to him?
This little, my mace looks like a what? It's like a brass tree root. It's gonna like hit him right in the center of the forehead, and the tree roots are gonna like bulge his eyes out. It's pretty disgusting. Ralphie probably is gonna eat one of his eyeballs.
Snip, snip, snipping. All right, sounds good. All right, so let's roll some initiative then. All right, so you guys deal with these warriors fairly quickly.
So I'm getting no attack.
Oh, Emerald, yeah. Go ahead, buddy.
I'm going to do my Blade Ward cantrip.
Okay, so you're not going to attack anyway.
I just want to
Taking his action, he wanted to make sure because there's been questions in the past. Get that in.
Yes.
All right, good. Your Blade Ward is done. Now we can roll initiative.
Activated.
I got a 20.
Sure you did, miss. I rolled a dice off my desk.
I did. You want me to roll something on here?
No,
It's
I don't
because
care.
I don't have any tokens, so.
It doesn't matter to me. Huh, I rolled a 22.
Only got a 20.
We all roll really well.
No, I didn't.
All right, so sounds like
Well-ish.
so Apator and these creatures go at the same time. All right, they look like they're ready to bolt kind of off to the side. You see an exit out of this chamber.
Not further into the compound though, right?
You don't know. Yes. Because there's only one
Yes.
exit from other than the one you came in. So yeah, they're going the other direction.
Away from
Away from
Away from
y'all.
us.
Corfiel didn't roll initiative.
Yeah, I did. It's
Yeah, you
the
did.
first one.
You rolled
Oh, there it is. I
Got
see
an
it.
11.
Can I cut them off so they can't go that way?
I got it.
Why don't you do an do some kind of physical test here?
Athletics?
Sure. See if you
like
can.
that.
Should it be? Let's
Opposed?
make it just contested. Doesn't that sound good?
That sounds good. So contested athletics to see who gets there first. I like it. All right, I'm gonna roll. I trip and I hit my ball on my shield.
It doesn't matter because they were even slower than you.
Oh my god, they were. So we both walked over there.
Traveling, tripping over Mike and Nid, and but yeah, you have blocked their exit.
All right, good. And then I do they look like they'll attack me?
Yeah, they look like they're going to try and fight their way out. They have rusty scimitars.
These are the.
All right,
these are
so
the
I
hunters?
will attack them first.
No, these are not hunters. These look more like the commoners.
Well, they're
Okay.
about to take a common beatdown. So here we go. Longsword. AC 10 will probably miss.
It does miss.
All right, I missed. That's how it goes. I keep closing it. I should just.
They attack back.
How dare they?
Looks like one of them hits.
They did. Oh, yeah. They sure did. It's going to be a good one, too.
Oop, I just rolled the wrong die. I rolled a 20 again.
No, that's
sorry,
too
buddy.
many.
That's wrong.
That's too many.
So yeah, he actually got a snicked in right back on you there, buddy.
We got to roll another d6. He criticaled me.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay,
it's a critical hit. You double damage.
All right, so 3 more.
So 10 points.
10 points. Yeah, he chopped you a good one.
Oop, I'm adding.
Oh, in fact, these guys are actually supposed to. I guess not. Never mind. I was thinking they roll for advantage, but they don't. That was Kobolds.
Thank goodness. No, these guys get their little stupid dash or whatever.
Yeah, they can disengage as well. So yeah, they all disengage and attempt to.
I'm blocking the door so they can't go around.
Yeah, they can't get away, but they're also not being flanked by the other guys. So it looks like 19 is up. Someone had a 19 initiative. Was it Grilder? Yeah.
Yeah, he'll try to close in on one of them if he can find them.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hiding thing.
No, they can't hide. They can just they just disengaged.
All right. That's a miss.
Corfael
Yes, they've disengaged from us.
from Apator,
Apator.
but they're still in the area. You can go up and attack them.
There's
I
nothing to
shall.
see. I'll leave my screen open.
This is a thing. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do a sacred flame down on them.
Okay, I like it.
Dex saving throw or take 1d8 radiant damage.
Is it just one of them, or is it?
Yeah.
All right, so a Dex saving throw. So their Dex is +2.
Oh,
Yeah. All right. So you blast this. Oh, I was up too far. Nice. It says everything right there. All right. So yeah, the one that you tried, it somersaults out of the way. Griark. Emerald.
I will attack.
But damn.
How's that?
All right, so what happens,
Nice.
man?
I dodge out of the way of the flame also, and the one that's rolling as he rolls right into the rapier.
All right, nice. All right, so Apator.
Apator will attack again. He will slash at one of the two that are left. There's two left, yes?
Yes.
All right. He misses again. Curses.
All right, so we're just kind of in a mass chaos combat here. So it looks like Corphael and Urky Timbers are actually attacked.
Right.
No, Erky, no.
First one would be Corphael. Oh, keen. Does anyone remember what Urky Timbers even has? Can I write that down?
He has gumption. He has gumption.
I bet it's right on his token.
He has a can-do attitude.
Hello.
He has friends who care about him, but it's not.
Excuse me.
Whoa.
Hey,
Edit.
Bless you.
Excuse me.
I want to wipe my elbow.
Let's cut that out.
Those are the mycetid spores are getting to the GM. Yay!
Oh my gosh.
Now the green
I can't
slime
remember
is
which bar
tagged.
is which. Does anyone know which bar is which? He's either got 10 hit points, or he's AC 10 and has 10 hit points, or his AC is 17. And he has 10 hit points.
Got to be 17 hit points and 10 AC, right?
Does he have armor? Yeah.
I don't know.
What's his dexterity?
I don't know.
Or
Can't find his name.
where was he brought up? Like what part of the planet? That'll help.
What kind of the what?
Does he have any brothers or sisters?
Which are you most interested
I'm
in?
trying to help you, man. We're trying to figure this out. Did he have a good upbringing?
Shut it.
All right, sorry.
I don't know. He was
Sort it
stuffed in a
out.
cage. Look at him. He's still beat to hell.
It's taking a little while. I know.
Do you have papers in front of you with notes? Like perhaps it's on there.
Shh.
You can consult a manual.
I do, but I also have. He has 17 hit points. His AC is 10, so he just got tagged. Like, I hate gnomes. He takes 5 hit points.
He has 12 left. Math.
You know how good I am at math. I thought we had to cancel the game because one guy quit. All right, so who's up? Oh, you guys probably don't know.
Grilder. No.
That'd be Grilder, right?
Grilder, because Jose missed
Thanks for pointing that out.
again.
Ooh.
Ooh, smash.
Who's on fire?
All right, so you drop another one.
See, who said complaining about never hit anything doesn't pay off?
That's right. Actually, we'll say that's enough that you can chop through both of them. You know, they're just 2 goblin commoners, and you are a powerful 2nd level ranger. So you finish them off.
Nice.
So now what do you do?
We search
Loot
the
'em?
corpses. Yep.
All right, you find enough coins on them that it's 12 silver pieces, mostly on the warriors, obviously.
Were they any of them carrying crossbows?
No. Short bows.
Short bows. Pff, garbage. Does anyone need a short bow?
A goblin short bow?
If not, we break the short bows and the arrows.
Okay.
Yeah, that
And
way
cut
the
the
dirty
strings.
goblins can't use them against us if they come back.
All right, sounds good to me.
Good call.
And then you said there was one exit that I blocked, right?
Mhm.
Correct.
Is there anything else in the room besides what we saw? Like, how is the cake? Is it fluffy?
Yeah, there's not really. It's made out of mushrooms.
It's ridiculous. Well, I like mushrooms. Okay, so
Off you go.
nothing. Yeah, nothing else in the room then, right?
Correct.
All right. Yeah, through the door. Wait, no.
Not really a door, it's just a
I'm going to take a swig of healing jug real quick.
Okay.
Let me roll that.
2d4 plus 2.
7. Good enough. And now I have 2 left. Okay.
You have the
3-pack.
The 3 grass. Yeah.
Ooh, look at this. We're on a map.
All right, so eventually you make your way along this this narrow tunnel, and
we're in the wrong order.
Oh, well, put yourself in the right order then.
This is outrageous.
Erky has the torch now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm bringing up the rear. I don't know, is up the direction we're coming from, or is down the direction we're coming from?
You're coming from up.
Okay, so I'm back here.
Down.
Isn't that what I had you?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I had Emerald in the back.
No, you had Corfail in the back.
Oh, I did. Okay, so I just switched. I missed those two.
Yeah,
that's cool.
All right, the floor of this rough cavern, more boxed text, is stained and smells of blood and animal musk. Light from glowing fungus reveals the eastern niche, which holds a pallet of matted furs, a wide wooden board on which a variety of weapons are affixed, and a great cloak of patchy black fur hung on a slender pole. To the edge of the niche are 2 large nests made of hair, dry fungus, and refuse.
Gross.
So you see a couple spears, some javelins, a long sword, and a great sword. Most likely the great sword's gone, and the javelins, I guess. So what you really see is a couple spears and a long sword.
How's the longsword look?
It looks fairly well for a goblinoid. This is a fairly large, like nest of furs. You guys, can you guys see or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I can't yet because I'm not far enough, but now I can.
All right. I don't see that the map actually changed on the whatchamajigger yet. We're not there yet. All right.
Yeah, we're there.
Yeah, I can see it. Oh, actually, I don't know. Let me see.
Yeah, I'm there.
No, I know you guys are. I'm talking about the live stream. So.
My live stream is paused. That might be why. So I have to go live. No, it's on. It's on there. Yeah, I had it paused.
That's weird.
Anyway, yours might be paused too, or you might not be live. You may have paused it and.
It says live.
Is it red? Red dot?
No, it's green.
Oh, I don't know. I'm seeing it on the stream. I've got a tiny window open with the stream, and I can see it. So I think we're okay.
Weird. All right, so you can see here on the map where everything is.
So let's spread out. Check it out.
Yeah, you said there was a cloak, a black cloak.
Yeah, we'll say that's gone. He was probably wearing that. So this is the area where the weapons and such are over here, and then there's some other nests over here.
Yeah.
Builder's going to keep look out for anyone coming from down here.
Okay.
You said there were a couple of spears?
Yes.
All right.
And a longsword.
I got the longsword. I took that with me.
So you're adding another weapon?
It's a backup to my current longsword. You never know.
Talk about this.
I've only got like
5.
Maybe 6. Let me count them. 5 weapons. So that's not that many.
All right, your homework is to read the encumbrance rules and make sure that you are actually following them.
They're optional, so that's cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab one of them spears. And now I have a spear too, so that's 6. No, I'm going to take the spear and I'm going to use it to riffle through the first nest here.
Down at the bottom? Okay.
Yeah.
So while you're doing that, Emerald, you look like you're doing something. What are you doing?
I'm checking out up here.
Cool. Alrighty. And when you say checking it out, what does that mean?
I'll use the rapier to move around the pallet or whatever that is and just inspect it. Just look at it. Out or any coins or anything shiny or any vials or any other hidden weapons or
Okay, so apparently Emerald is not the greatest searcher, so you kind of just poke it in a couple times and you don't really find anything.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I say that is because your wisdom is bad, and that's what you use for perception in this game. So,
Oh, okay.
you're not really a searcher, apparently. So, you know, you maybe stick your sword in there a couple times and blah, blah, blah. Nothing.
Wouldn't it be my investigation skill?
No, it's a perception roll.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm just going by the book, I guess. We
Okay.
can have this conversation, though. I mean, a lot of people wonder,
That's all good.
what is it? Is it perception or is it investigation? So what do you think? Why do you think it should be in your investigation skill?
Because I'm investigating.
For me, the difference between perception and investigation, perception is, hey, look over there. And investigation is, look what I discovered after searching.
Searching.
Yeah, that's what you think.
That's kind of
Anyone
what
else
I think.
So perception is just like, you're never going to roll perception. You're just going to use your past perception in that situation, pretty much, is according to what you guys are saying.
No, you can roll perception.
Why would you?
Because you're actively looking around. You're not digging through something specific. You're looking around the general area. You know what I'm saying? If you're being actively cautious, then you would get to roll your perception. Otherwise, it's just your walking around perception.
What's your thought, Monty? Because you sounded like you just disagreeing with something he said.
To me, perception would be, I don't know, just almost like a first glance or peripheral vision or off. It's, you know,
Where the hell are the skills
not
listed?
quite right.
178.
78.
Take a little break because I love this sort of stuff.
All right, yeah. So basically, looking at this perception, it says your wisdom perception checks lets you spot, hear, or otherwise detect the presence of something and measures your general awareness of your surroundings and the keenness of your senses. For example, your keenness of your senses is an important aspect of that. For example, you might try to hear a conversation through a closed door, eavesdrop under an open window, or hear monsters moving stealthily in the forest, or you might try to spot things that are obscured, blah, blah, blah. There's also a sidebar in here.
Yeah. It says wisdom perception check.
Yeah, but the interesting aspect of this to me is I like to play it like an old school game, and you specifically said you were checking the furs. So the only reason I had the roll is because it says to in the book, but I think we'll overrule that and just say since you searched in that location, you should find what's in there, especially with what it is, because it would be pretty hard to miss a box hidden under one of the furs when you're stabbing it with your sword.
And it's crazy that they put all that in perception, because if you go ahead and look up at investigation, it says you might deduce the location of a hidden object. That's one of the listed things.
Yeah, so anyway, you find a box. Oh, really? Apparently Cleo's running around. So anyway, you find a box.
Okay.
After all that, I kind of like the idea of your character being kind of nonchalant perceptively, but I think we'll play it like you guys were saying, that he's not going to be the guy who's going to find the ambushes probably. So you found a box in there, hidden in the stuffed in the furs.
Is it like a chest? Is it a box? Does it have a lid?
It's a wooden box. Looks like it kind of has a lid. Yeah, I mean, who knows if the resident of this
is it the size of a bread box?
Shoebox, we'll say.
Shoebox, okay.
I'm going to let's see if I can open it.
All right, yeah, it's very easy. It just looks like it just kind of the lid slides off, and there's a bunch of coins in there.
Okay.
241 silver pieces and 54 gold pieces.
Cha-ching.
Looks like the hidden treasure of someone.
Us.
I'll put it in the pack. We'll sort it up later.
All right. Everyone should be interested to hear about the investigation thing, because that's pretty funny to me. All right, so Grilder, you're fairly well down there, so you can kind of. Oh, you can't see into the room though because it's dark, right?
Right.
You can't see anything in there? I'm just asking. I don't know what you can see necessarily, I guess.
I can only see to right here.
Okay. So you can see inside there, it kind of looks like a dimmish. You can kind of see forms moving around. There's a layer, it looks like you can see from your area. It's a heavy odor of loam and maybe kind of the musty scent of earth and decay. And it's kind of the visual is like a kind of a reddish, light, like when you are in a very dark room that someone has a lantern with a red light inside of it and they have something heavy over the top of it. You can just kind of see this reddish haze inside, but you can't necessarily make anything out distinctly. Okay.
So I see like multiple forms in there though, right?
Yeah, things are kind of moving around in there. They don't seem to be paying any attention to you at this point. And we'll even say that you can occasionally kind of hear, it sounds like shouting in a very determined or orderly manner. It's just kind of filtering and echoing around inside there.
Like the barking of like hobgoblins?
Possibly.
Everyone on the stream got to see what loam was. I looked it up on Wikipedia.
Nice. All right, so that's what's going on there. Don, is there anything that you are doing with Corfayal?
Have all the things been checked? He was just kind of had his crossbow ready while everyone checked everything. Like over here, have all the piles been searched?
Yeah, I'm still actively poking through this, yeah?
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, you can. You guys don't find anything else searching around the other nests and the piles of debris and detritus around here. The bloody piles of, looks like maybe awful.
Awful. It's terrible.
Yeah. Awful.
All right, so I will look in here. Oh, I see monsters.
Bird is like pointing stuff out. And you're like, walk right past him. Apator moves past him.
And I go, yeah, there's monsters in here, guys.
All right, so luminescent fungus shedding violet light clings to the walls and ceilings of this wide cavern. The air is damp, chilly, and redolent with the odors of loam and decay. A layer of earth mixed with rotting vegetation and the remains of cave animals just covers the floor. So you can just see like bits of bones and furs, and it just smells. And several varieties of mushrooms and fungi grow on the detritus, as well as you can actually, it seems like some kind of weeds are maybe growing out of them.
Okay. Do the things I see make any motions?
They're moving.
Yeah, things are shifting around.
All right.
You spot
at least 3 monsters. 4. I could see the whispers of one there.
Yeah, they're not really seeming to move towards you right now. It looks like some of them are actually kind of like, have a shovel and they're kind of digging in the detritus, and like another one has some kind of weird pickaxe, and one of them, they're robed, but you can actually see bits of bone past their robes. So it's pretty obvious that these are undead creatures that seem to be like gardening this area.
I say, Grilder, why didn't you warn me? Jesus. I thought you were telling me to steal second. All right, so guys, there's monsters in there.
Well, then go kill them. We have a cleric.
Don's the cleric, right? Can't you go in there and destroy them with your
power of
deity's might?
Probably not destroy.
Can you make them uncomfortable?
Some of them, I can make them slightly uncomfortable, and they'll walk away from us.
That works.
For a short time.
Perfect.
How many are there?
I saw 4, but I don't think they were all undead. One of them looked like a tree guy.
Tree guy?
Yeah.
The tree guy.
Yeah, he looked like he was made of branches.
Oh, not like an elf.
No, not hugging trees, made of trees. Yeah, difference.
Did he look somewhat similar to those first things we fought?
He looked like some sort of plant-based. Did he have a spell book by chance?
Did he look like the guys we fought out by the
He looked like he was
caravan?
made of wood. I'm just saying. Somebody might be.
They could be lumber liches.
I don't know. He looks kind of made. The expectation is, or the suspense is palpable. All right, so are we going in there and you're going to try to turn them?
Yeah. Why don't we?
What about Erky? Isn't he like an acolyte or something?
An acolyte of Lathander, yeah. Don't you know? Me and the Morning Lord, we go way back, eh?
Why don't we?
Well, hey, Erky, you could help out Corfael if you could, eh? That would be like most awesome, eh?
How far are they from us?
Are you going to go in there to look, or you're just asking this question? Don, you're still kind of quiet.
Yeah, from the entrance right here, they're probably 20 or 30 feet. They're like right outside the periphery here. So they're like 20 feet from this entrance.
All right.
Yeah. But I would move down, of course, to cover you. So you were not the one standing in front.
I mean,
But Corfael, you can go down there, brandishing
whoa.
your bulging mace of
Rhonda. Let us
Nadara.
Why don't we do this? Yeah.
Erky too. Double up on him.
Yeah, let's just go in there and see what happens. I'll go in there with my holy symbol blazing.
Hey, you want the Morning Lord's powder, eh? Do you? Don't you know?
No.
Yeah, we do, eh?
Yeah, sure, we'll take it. He hates undead, right?
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
All right, let's see how this turning undead thing works, man.
All right. So we gonna walk down there?
Roger, are you going to take forward too so they can cast over you or what? Okay.
Yeah, I'll definitely.
I'll bring up the rear to get in when I can.
Yeah. So I'll head down to here.
I can't move Erky, so I can't move him up here.
Yeah, well, we know he's there.
Okay.
We know that plucky Canadian gnome is involved. Well, I think Apator, you must still have a light on from your token. You probably shouldn't, right?
That's the glory of Dambrath lighting against, just floating away like a nimbus around me. I can't help it.
Like a nimbus.
That's right.
Like a nimbus.
Glowing
Touched
for the very first
time. Oh my God, Jose. Gary Cotton
that was absolutely
that's gonna be so stupid.
fine.
What now?
Right.
That's Madonna. Sorry, not I touched myself.
Also a good song.
I will be speaking some gibberish and holding aloft my holy symbol. Any creature within 30 feet must make a wisdom saving throw. If they fail.
What? A wisdom saving throw.
Y'all went in real far. Why'd you go in so far?
He wants to get in with
right
range.
up and close.
Maximizing my
Range?
reach of the turning.
Well, then Erky needs to come down too.
Erky at strides brought, happily staff and torch clutched in one hand and a symbol of the Morning Lord in the other. Aye, the Morning Lord told you to GTFO there. Skeletons, don't you know? If you're not minding too much, that is. Because they're nice guys.
Well, that thing's not so I'll just get right in front of it. I ain't afraid of it.
All right, so you guys are going to surprise these creatures because they're not prepared for this in any way. So they need to make some crazy wisdom save. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
What the flim flam? How could it not have wisdom on here? God, I'm so mad. I'm trusting in the table of contents here from the whatchamajigger. You know what I'm talking about on Roll20? How they have the monsters and you usually just pop them open and they have all that pertinent info?
Never heard of it.
Oh, you liar. You're all about it. You know it.
What is this Roll20 you speak of?
What is a Roll20? I do not know what you're speaking of, sir. All of my...
I will tell you this. It looks like there's a problem with roll 20's security certificate.
Wisdom.
This connection
Minus
is not
1.
secure.
Woohoo!
Oy, oy, oy. We'll worry about that later.
So what do you have to do? Beat what?
Oh, how many of them do they all have to make it, or just a group?
Each
30.
one. Each one makes it.
Each one? Shit.
Duh.
Yeah, and it's DC probably, what, 14 or something?
It's probably, yeah, you have a spell DC of all of your stuff, Don.
It's my wisdom plus level. I don't know what the base is. Was it
It's
10?
8 plus your
8.
wisdom plus your proficiency.
Right. So it is. And my level too, right?
No, your
Yeah.
level doesn't affect
No?
it. I don't think
No,
so.
no, yeah, your proficiency is what they use instead.
Oh, okay. Then it's 5. So
Yeah, so 13.
so any that fail, turn for 1 minute or until it takes any damage. It must take its turn. Spend its turn trying to move as far away from you as it can.
All right, so let's just roll initiative.
Wait a
You
minute.
guys can all go. You guys can all go, I said.
Erky needs to get his turn on that guy too. 'Cause that's what he was doing, right?
Sure.
Hey, look at that. He failed. Oh, wait, probably not, actually.
Yes.
I don't know what Erky's wisdom is.
Probably 20.
20.
The Canadian Nomi with the super wisdomy.
Hey, let me check to see what I got, don't you know? Because I'm quite the indent turner. Yeah. Channel divinity.
You're out of
Turn
frame,
on-
dude. I'm just kidding.
Turn undead feature. Well, I cannot see. I have to like look under my glasses, over them. I got to go back and forth. This is what happens when you get old people and you're a GM. Yeah, it doesn't say anything here. So, what was your roll? What was your yours, Don?
13.
I think it was 13.
Yeah, well, let's just say it's the same. So this guy is not scared of the Morning Lord nor this crazy goddess of nature that Corfiel worships. So who's next?
We said we had to roll initiative.
No,
No, you guys surprised him. I changed that. So
Apator will take a swing at Branch Guy
Yeah.
there.
when you come, you do see, like I said, so you guys are moving over this thick, earthy loam that has bits and pieces of animals and their furs. So skeletons are like rib cages are sticking up out of it, but growing out of this are all these weird looking mushrooms and plant-like creatures. Some of them look like small trees growing out of them.
I'm using my Warhammer.
One of them is this one of these creatures that you've seen before, because it actually kind of turns to look at you. It doesn't really have eyes. It's just like looks like a man made out of vegetation and trees.
Looks like those things we fought at the caravans.
They're not necessarily as dusty as those, but similar.
They're cleaner.
Yeah, they're greenerier, but they do have a feeling of evil, and your hair kind of on the back of your neck kind of stands on end, and the inner voice of Corfiel, which could be an avatar of his goddess, or maybe he's just batshit crazy, definitely has a disinclination towards them. He doesn't want to take them out on a date or anything, or even offer them to Ralphie as a present. So did you hit?
I haven't rolled yet. Here we go. AC 11 against that monster.
It kind of shifts enough to move out of the way. Some of the branches kind of bust off, but it doesn't seem to affect him.
Damn it.
Grilder, what are you attacking? The same thing, or are you going to attack one of the robed skeletons with a handy trowel?
Nope, same thing.
That hits.
6 points.
All right, well, let's see how many hit points this creature has. All right, yeah, so what are you attacking with, your short sword?
Yep.
All right, what happens, bird?
I'm basically piercing right in the main bulk of its barky hide.
Short sword's piercing then, eh?
Yes.
All right, yeah. All right, so you it kind of just falls apart in like a few worms and beetles, and the rest is just like some vegetation adding itself to this earthy loam.
I can move 30 feet.
Yeah, but you kind of already moved because you were in the other room, so you got to count that. You don't just start from where you are.
Never mind. Okay.
You could attack that robe skeleton if you want to.
Okay. Animus.
So when is it over, Don? If they take damage or if they're attacked?
If they take damage.
Over when they take damage, or 1
right.
minute.
Is that everybody?
I believe.
Yes.
All right, let's get this turn tracker going. Oh, that's not it. That's the die roller. Here it is. Ooh, did you guys already roll initiative? No, that's from last.
No.
Don't roll yet.
Oh.
Already rolled. I haven't. Right.
That's right. I roll again. You ready?
I'm ready.
How come it never takes mine?
Because you have to click your token first.
Oh, that's right. Click the token.
Token.
It's even better.
Yeah, just change it and put your initial roll in.
Guess it didn't take mine either, huh? Wait.
Why are you rolling 2d20?
Question, isn't it?
Those are invalid. Legal.
All right, so some of these trees that are coming out of here actually move. They don't look happy, if you could tell what these things look like. All right, so one on Erky Timbers and one on Emerald.
Erky, no.
First one will be Emerald. A 14 and a 10. So both of those. Does that hit you, Monty?
Pretty sure I got AC 13.
All right, so it does hit you. All right, so the first damage will be you, and the second one will be Erky. Like, oh, I'm still kind of hurt, don't you know? All right, so 4 to you and 2 to the Erkster. How much did you take last time? I forgot. Oh, no, I didn't. I put it on as sheeted. I just put it on the wrong one, maybe.
Looked like
You took
7 or
5
something.
last time. You had 12 left.
All right, yeah, now I got it on the right one. All right, so Grilder.
Yep.
That's you, Bird.
Goes right to there and stabs that guy.
You attack the skeleton?
Yes.
All right, nice.
Miss.
And misses.
Pierces right through the ribs.
Apator.
Apator will move down here next to Emerald. And will attack the tree guy that just attacked him.
Okay.
He's using his warhammer. And he takes a swing, and he misses. He's not having a good day.
Yeah.
It's not time to do the action surge yet. So.
Who's up? Emerald?
I'll swing.
What were you swinging at?
The one right, this one right here.
The twig creature?
Yeah.
All right, that's a hit. All right, so with your rapier, that is enough to finish off the beast.
Excellent.
I can see you guys are really worried about Erky up there.
Well, Corfael's up there, though.
That must be enough. All right, so
We are worried about Urky, but we have to worry about real people first. Urky's an
Real
NPC.
people? What the hell?
He's not real.
So that one actually moves up to attack. Urky's getting attacked again. Oh, I probably can't do that. I forgot what the hell. Let me pop this open quick. All right, so it's got a trowel. So it's attacking with a hoe. Two-handed hoe at Grilder. It comes up, skeleton, shambling up over top of this. Robe coming open to show his pelvis off as he attacks you with this two-handed hoe. Hoe. Right. So that would be a bludgeoning attack. What is it, +4? Oh my god, his skeleton just disappeared. Gosh darn it.
Oh, he's there on ours.
No, I'm talking about the piece of paper that had it.
My piece of paper's missing.
Oh my god, I don't know what to do. All this stuff, I should just make it up.
I had it.
This guy is proficient with hose. He is a pimp skeleton.
Uh-oh. Stopping stream.
Oh.
Stopping stream.
All right, all that for that.
That'd be a mess.
But Urky goes down. Does. Like, I wish I had some armor.
You got that helmet.
He should have stolen some from the goblins or the kobolds.
Another 2-pointer.
Keep them off. Keep fending them off, Urky. We're almost there.
All right, I'm up.
It only takes so much of this, don't you know?
I'm bringing a sacred flame down on the one that just hit Urky. Dex saving. Take 1d8. I'll just roll that right now in case you ever get to that point. Oh, ball sack.
This is weird. No, see, I think we're wrong. They take the radiant damage, but they're supposed to. They also could take the flame damage.
Is that how it works?
Because it would have to. Because why would you have to roll an attack if they can block it with a saving throw?
Well, let's see if the handy dandy player's handbook has anything to say about it.
So who'd you do it against? The skeleton?
The one that just hit Urky and took him down.
The stick man, the mush man.
Okay.
Oh,
What's this called?
Skeleton? I can't
No.
tell.
Flame what?
He doesn't actually. The combat roll doesn't mean anything. The target has to do a dex saving throw or take D8 radiant damage, and they get no benefit from cover.
So the radiant damage doesn't do anything?
D8 radiant damage.
Oh, duh. I was thinking that was fire.
Undead normally take double damage from radiant, don't they?
Nope. Nope.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm positive. I'm looking right at it.
Likely story.
You're looking at the skeleton, but are you looking at undead? The descriptor for undead.
Oh, do I have to?
You don't have to.
I would think it would just be right in the vulnerability.
You would think. I thought that's what radiant damage deals was.
I would think. I think it says it in the spell if it does.
Well, let's check it out.
Oh my god! All this looking it up, and we have so many people watching. They're all excited. Oh my gosh!
They love looking up rule books.
Oh yeah, everyone loves watching that. It's the twig blight. Didn't you hit it with the twig? The twig blight isn't undead anyway, so it doesn't matter.
No, I'm just saying going forward we need to know that.
My god.
I don't know what.
Roll a 20, Don. You can do your own thing here. He's got a +1, so D20 +1.
D20 +1.
See damage types. Why didn't you just show me where I found it? Page 196. Why didn't you just say 196?
All right, that's a fail. So he is attacked most readily by this radiance. Blinded. Once more, it just tumbles in. It kind of makes a silent scream with just like a convex area in its mouth, and it's just like. And then it melts like the Wicked Witch of the West.
Maybe I was thinking of something else.
Nice.
All right. Grilder.
He's go try hit this whole bag.
Oh boy.
Wheeling bag. 13.
Hit. This. Oh, maybe it's not destroyed. Let me see here. We'll just go with that. All right. So it smashes. You cut off some of his rib cage.
Alrighty.
All right. So Apator.
Apator will.
Let's just say between the three of you guys, you finish this creature off. His raised hoe isn't enough for you to fend you off.
What about the ones down there that are turned?
Yeah, they just walk away. But you can see. You see the dotted circle down there, or no? Can you see that?
Yeah.
All right, that's actually a shaft that goes up into the ceiling.
Well, once they stop wandering away, aren't we going to have to deal with them, or do they wander away like completely?
They just kind of move into the corner away from Corfeal.
Oh, okay, so there's a door here. We could go through this door.
True.
Before we have to worry about going up, so I'm sure ups the more expanded area.
Yeah.
All right, so the shaft goes up into the air beyond your vision of the torch light, but you can hear like words echoing down up there in Goblin. It's garbled, but it does sound like them commanding. Like set up the redoubt, prepare ourselves. Ballsack should have been here by now.
So they don't know we're coming. Good.
They're working on it.
I'm just kidding. They're setting up some trouble.
Yeah, I translate that for him.
All righty.
To the door. Maybe they'll just go back to hoeing these skeleton gardeners.
You never know.
All right, so you guys don't move down there, so you can't really hear it very well. You probably would have had to get closer, Geralder, to hear that.
Are we going to leave these guys behind us? We're just going to kind of close that door if we can get through it and call it good?
I guess.
I don't know if you see, but there's a door down here as well.
No, don't see it.
No, we can't see that one yet. There's one up here.
Oh. All right, so you didn't see the door down there. Nothing to see here. This is not the door you're looking for.
What about, do I listen at this door? Do I hear anything beyond it? Hey, there's a door down there.
Would that be investigation, or would that be a perception check?
Perception, obviously. I don't know what you're arguing about.
Yeah, you can kind of hear the sound of, it sounds like some kind of language and something going on in there, but it doesn't, just kind of rah, 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 rah. You don't really make anything of it specifically. It's hard to tell what's going on.
So there's monsters on the other side is the takeaway.
I don't know why you want to call them monsters up front. They could just be people, and they could just be hanging out down here.
Yo, guys, there's monsters beyond this door.
Well, let us go find the mistress's wayward children. We've been down here for days. I'm dying for some sunlight.
Are we ready to go through? Everyone ready?
Grilled?
Yep.
All right. Is the door open? Like unlocked?
Yeah.
We will open the door and rush in and hopefully surprise the next group of unwitting people. We won't rush in, but I'll definitely open the door and make a quick
peek
assessment. Yeah.
All right. So, can you see in there at all?
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell how far you can see.
I can see to about right there.
So you can't see shit. Yeah, it looks like there's something in there. As Emerald moves up with the torch, it looks like you can see two rows of dragon-carved marble columns marching away into the darkness, mostly covered completely in luminescent fungus. So I don't know why they just didn't give you lighting, but whatever. The cobble floor is cracked and stained, and on it sit many small wooden tables. You can just see them a little bit there. The contents of the tables are hidden by the darkness.
It'd be up to you to give us the light.
No, it's all the light is in here. This is set up. This is roll 20. This is the purchased Sunless Citadel. So
just throw a torch in there. We'll be good to go. All right, so we going in, right?
Yeah, man.
All right.
Yeah, man.
Corfy, you coming?
We need light in here. Bring forth the torches. More torches.
All right, so you can kind of hear through doors different things going on inside this area. So it kind of moves down. You can see that this chamber is long, and then it's got many doors to the north and south of you.
So those dragon carved pillars, they're not like full dragons, right? Is it like just dragon heads or something?
No, they're like almost like these weird kind of different types of dragons that is unfamiliar to any of your lineages. Because like they aren't always like a chromatic dragon. Sometimes they might be like a sleeping dragon or a swimming dragon, or they're just kind of different and unusual to y'all.
Okay.
Did we lose Don?
Apparently. Goddamn Don. All right, so Corphael slowly fades into the darkness.
Oh, did you see the tip in the chat?
No.
If you want to see what a token can see,
click
on the...
I did it. I did the Control L. It just takes... Sometimes it doesn't always seem to work. I did do it. That's how I knew that you guys couldn't see anything before you actually said it, Abator. But thank you, Kevin.
You should try
I appreciate that.
Firefox. It works great.
I believe it. All right, so you guys see all these different doors, and there's tables all over the place. Like coming out of this door, you can kind of hear. It looks like sounds like some kind of cadence that's coming in bird. You can hear. Here, yeah. Did you see Grugak last night? Yeah, I heard that he was having fun with Element. Yeah, and there's just kind of a squishing, squashing, squirching, squelching sound coming from in there.
Sounds like an old-timey miner. You be staying off my land and don't claim me gold.
Get out of my... It actually hear two different goblin voices, and they sound like they're gossiping.
I see a pool in there. Maybe they're in the tub. That'd be very weird for goblins to be in.
That was coming from down here. So what are you guys doing? It looks like there's doors, but are they open for you guys or no?
Yeah, they're open.
Yeah, they're open.
So what are you going to do? Apator kind of edges in.
Yeah, I'm kind of moving.
There is this luminescent fungus, but it's just not quite enough to see by, we'll say.
I see a dude in here. I go, guys, I see a dude in here. He's ripped.
Yeah. You see, those dudes look like they're in that tub, and they're like squashing. They're like moving in there. They don't have anything on their legs, and they're like going back and forth talking about, rah, 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 rah. They don't really seem to be paying too much attention of what's happening out in the outer hallway. Emerald can hear some snores coming in there. It looks like some people are on break and they're sleeping in some pallets. And like I say, these tables, these wooden tables that you can see.
Yep.
All throughout here, they are they're covered with small tools, including mortars and pestles, bowls with chopped fungus stalks and other plant specimens.
All right, I'm going to. Well, are we initiating or?
Well, I mean, right now, I think you just sneak in there and just kill those guys.
I think I'm going to try to come in here and try to start stabbing these guys if I can sneak in.
Yeah. Why don't you make a stealth check?
Why not investigation?
All right, so yeah, you guys are kind of looking around, and Apator is keeping an eye on what's happening below, and Emerald just kind of, slides in there. What's Grilder doing?
It was kind of like waiting in between, waiting for the action to start.
So just wandering around, slapping his axe into his sword into his other hand. Let's have a fight here.
We're gonna need Erky in here to get some light before I go, but.
Don't you have a torch?
I do, but they're going to lose it when I go into this other room.
Oh, okay, yeah, we'll put them up here. Bird Grilder actually feels like he can kind of notice the heady scent of fermented fruit, which reminds him of alcohol.
Fermented fruit stomped by goblin feet. Don't forget that part.
Yeah,
That's never stopped him before.
He's developed a taste for it now.
Ew. Suck that goblin's toes.
Goblin toe jam. It's a delicacy.
He's going to try to sneak his way into thinking that this one big room's interlinked.
What's that? That room over there? Can you see in there?
No, I can't see him there.
Because the light isn't over here, right?
Yeah.
But there is some light luminescence. All right, what you see in there, it looks like you can see a couple of these lesser goblins lorded over by other goblin, and he seems like he's kind of standing there, and he has like this kind of apron on over his leathers. He's still got his short sword and his short bow and stuff. But the other ones, they look like there's a large giant rat on a table in between them. And this rat, is just like laying on its bed, its back, and its insides are like pulled open with like stakes holding the inside of his skin open.
They've dissected it.
But it's not only being dissected, because off of it, you can actually see like it almost looks like wooden branches sprouting out of its body. Honestly, the smell is, now that he looks in there, he's like, holy shit, that smells nasty in there. Like the smell of formaldehyde and science happening. The smell of brew is coming from this direction.
Yeah, he's going to avoid them doing what they're doing with the bloated one.
They do seem occupied with what they were doing.
Hey, Corfiel's back.
He is?
Or did you move him?
I did not move him.
He's back.
Nice!
It is.
And let the dog out.
Who let the dog out?
Who?
Corfy. Who let the dog out?
And I don't know if I like this Corfy nickname for Corfeal. For Hermit, it just
Ralphie started it.
Yeah.
funny. All right, so Don, quick rundown. You're in this massive chamber. Those columns are. Did you hear some of it or no?
I heard the dissected rat.
All right, so that's the south central chamber. There were some sleeping dudes up here that are currently getting shanked.
Okay.
There's some goblin commoners down here stomping on some grapes or mushrooms or making some kind of alcohol.
Right.
Dissected rat over here, and there's these doors, and all these tables have like different sorts of leaves and mortar and pestles and looks like beakers. It looks like you guys are in some kind of weird goblin lab.
Nice. Anyone dealing with the commoners? Are we going to deal with them or what?
I snuck to the north to
He's
take care of
offing
that.
the ones up there sleeping.
So
All right.
you don't really hear it, but you can in your inner mind can sense some kind of different kind of squelching sound coming from the northern chamber.
Gilda's going to try to sneak in here into the southern door.
All right. Why don't you roll a stealth roll?
16.
Oh, that seems pretty good. All right. Apparently, these guys' backs are actually to you, and they're like, "Yeah, Ralph. I mean, what time does your shift get over? I don't know, but I'm getting sick of stomping on all this grapes here and making this crazy ass goblin drink." In around them, there's some tables. It looks like there's some kind of. You're fairly familiar with this. Some kind of crude. Mashing, straining, and casking facility that they're making. You can see, as parts of it, like sitting in stone bowls or wooden carved mugs. There's like this different type of drink that you've been tasting throughout this goblin wine, they call it.
Chainmail, so that's
30 straining bin stands nearby, as well as 10 2-gallon casks of the end product.
Wow.
At one point, it looks like they must have some kind of wax seal or something that they put on the casks, and it looked like at one point it was like a broken finger, but now it looks like somehow someone stamped more like a claw on it. Over top of it, you can still see the broken finger, but it looks like they marred the stamp, and now it's also got like this 3 streaks going down across the broken finger.
Monster energy drink.
You bet.
So what are you going to do, Grilder, once you get in here?
Kill him. I'll help.
Yeah, I'm gonna quietly walk up to the closest one.
All right, they're not even they don't even know what's going on, and you just gank them.
I'm gonna gank him.
All right, yeah. So it doesn't take long, and you guys gank the northern and the southern sleeping and
Oblivious.
fruit smashing commoners. Hold it 1 second.
Oh, gee, come on. Let me play 5 more minutes. I won't miss the bus in the morning.
It's only 9:45. He's fine.
He might get in trouble.
Quiet.
Oh, yeah, he could hear us. His headphones are still on. Damn it.
Oh, yeah. That's right. All right, so Corfeal, what are you doing while we're having this mass murder?
I was looking at these different things.
On the tables?
Yeah, I look at the tables. I was trying to figure out what kind of thing I could use to kind of figure out what was going on. And
Make a nature check.
yeah, my nature check is 0.
So just go ahead and make it anyway.
Yeah, I was looking for a better thing to do. You know.
Like what? What do you want to do if you didn't want to make a nature check? Are you going to try and commune with Nadara, or I mean, what are you
He rolled
thinking?
a 17. That's good.
Medicine.
I know what he rolled, but I would be curious to see.
Well, I thought
Forget
it
the
was-
character sheet for a second.
Right. Well,
I'll be
no,
right
I
back.
was trying to figure out what kind of role I would what kind of check. I was thinking insight, but that's actually what a person or thing is doing. Or
It probably really is a nature check if you're trying to figure out. You can tell that these are common varieties of trees and shrubs and different types of fungus, but all have a pronounced pallor, or they're paler than you would expect, as if sun-starved. So, it doesn't take long to figure out that these are probably all varieties that are grown in the Underdark.
all right.
But they do. You believe that, like this table that you're near here, just to your right,
Yeah.
that you could you could make a healer's kit or an herbalism kit out of the tools and herbs that are strewn about here, if you so desired.
Oh yeah. Yeah, let us do that.
Okay. So that's going to take you a little while. As you're doing that, the others finished with their grisly red deeds.
Red beads. Nice.
So after Grildor finishes off these dudes, what's he going to do? Anything?
He's gonna find him some wine.
Yeah, it's easy to find some wine around here. All right, so Grilder, Apator, you watch Grilder short sword these guys like the Shawshank Redemption, and then he goes off drinking. Emerald and Erky Timbers finished their grisly deeds and returned to the central chamber. What's Apator doing?
He was watching to make sure nothing attacked us. And now he'll... Did we check he'll check with the group to make sure they checked the bodies in there, and that we checked in this room.
I don't know. There's like 6 other doors in here, so let's make sure there aren't a bunch of other people in here first.
Okay. That's fine too. We'll go over here. If someone comes over with some light.
That north central chamber, it does have some light. This time, there's 2 of those commoners in there, and they actually look like they're repairing weapons and armor with cord and stuff, and they kind of look up at you with a surprised look. They make the universal surprise look.
Well,
Okay.
go get them.
Yeah, so I guess
There's guys down here too.
Do they look like they're going to attack?
Yeah.
Well, they don't have weapons handy or anything, so they do seem surprised. What do you do?
I run in and attack them.
Okay, go ahead.
Rawr. And I will use my longsword.
Imral and Corphael can get involved in this as well. So just go ahead and make your attacks if you're trying to quickly finish these guys off before they set off some kind of alarm.
Okay.
I rolled a 15. That should hit, and I did 6 points of slashing damage.
Corphael, did you go in as well or no?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, go ahead and roll.
Alrighty. Alrighty. I'm going.
All right, so amongst Mace, Pierce, and Slash, you guys destroy these guys. The work that they were doing now, bloodied with sinew and gristle of themselves.
Excellent. Anything in the... well, we'll worry about
This is like stealth ninja stuff. There's more people down in this other southern room. So go down and kill them too. That's where the rat staked out.
I'm still interested in the weapons in this room. Anything really good looking? Can't help it.
You're
Well,
fucking hoarder.
It looks like everything in here is broken or in not serviced as well as it could be.
Fair enough.
It's mostly, I guess, weapons was a misnomer. It's more armor that they're like using cord and iron needles and leather patches to crudely tailor.
Okay, I'll head down here then.
Grilder, you guys do notice that Grilder is not with you.
Yeah, he's in the other room getting drunk. We know.
Okay, you're cool with it. I understand.
Yeah.
All right, so did you guys hear the description of what's going down in here?
Yeah.
There's a dissection of this weird plantient giant rat.
Yeah. They're gross. We're going to attack them.
All right, so these guys are obviously involved in their work. You know, you got the one weird goblin scientist looking over top of the two goblin-esque Igors, and they got their hands in there. You know, there's these. You can once in a while you actually see the woody twigs. Looks like they had bursted out of this giant Ralphie's cousin's body, and they kind of quiver as they're touching different pieces of it. And the one guy, he actually is nodding his head and seems like he's overseeing what's happening. So you guys doing the same thing, rushing in to attack these guys?
Yeah, may as well.
Correct.
I would like one of you to roll a... You guys can choose who. One of you three, roll a d20. And you can use either athletics or acrobatics.
I have an athletics of +5.
That would be a really good place.
I guess I went in first most likely, so maybe I should do it.
Yeah.
It's a DC 13.
Okay, here we go. I failed it.
All right, so during the skirmish, you kind of upset, some of the vials and beakers and stuff that have been around here.
Okay.
And you actually, there's also some rats that they're not in cages, but they just like have dirty thongs around them. And as you knock this thing over, one of them is doused with some kind of elixir that was on a table nearby.
Mm-hmm.
And it actually, where the hell is where's Ralphie at, man? This guy disappeared on us. There he is.
I don't know where he is.
It's Ralphie. It was doused, and suddenly these twigs just branch out of it and almost become like tentacles, and it's moving around. No, it's not really Ralphie. I'm just kidding. That would have been awesome. So,
It is Ralphie. It says so. Tokens don't lie. Neither do Shakira's hips.
wah, 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 wah. All right, so you guys move into here wherever you would be in this situation. So we'll just say Apator like hurtled over the table. We got this dude and we got Corphael in here. We're trying to get this guy. All right, and so this creature, it shudders once, twice, and like I say, these it almost seems like a thorny twig bush bursts out of the creature, and it kind of even throws its head back, and you can see like, you know, almost like these wooden antlers pop out of it, and it seems kind of freakish. As you guys kill these guys off, it kind of bursts its binds, and it seems like it's going crazy. So we can roll initiative.
Ralphie, no.
Got a 5. Can you see what it says on it or no?
Rat plantient.
I've been hearing all this talk about MCC, so everyone can roll initiative, and then we'll just slot you in there.
Is that an MCC thing?
Yeah, plantient is.
Oh, okay.
This thing seems like it could be undead, and it has lumber. I'm just kidding. It's not a rat lumber lich.
Good lord.
Maybe next time. Maybe next time. That's a long name, though, isn't it? Say good lord. All right, so where are we at here?
Apator.
Apator.
Apator will attempt to slash it with his sword. You disgusting whatever you are.
We must kill you.
Yes, you are different than us. Take a sword. Here we go. Ooh, rolled a 23. I think that'll hit it.
That is a miss. No,
slash it for 5 points of damage.
This creature always misses the first attack.
Damn it.
Always misses.
Apator's first attack.
I'm just kidding. All right. Who's up? Corvael?
Oh, Corvael. Is this table really between us? I like it.
Yes. You were attacking one of the goblin commoners there.
In that case, I shall do my stupid attack again, which is Sacred Flame.
Assume that succeeds. It bursts up, and you can see its feet are not even touching the ground, and the rat is kind of bloated, and it just kind of the actual twigs kind of shifted around like some kind of weird millipede with legs coming all over it, quivering thorns and such around it. Who's next? Emerald, it looks like.
$18 for 7 points.
All right, yeah, so you slash into it, and some bone and gristle and some bits of these almost tentacular-like twigs get lopped off. All right, so it actually lunges up. The twigs kind of pick up, and it kind of comes up in the air, and it kind of lunges at Corvael as it's these twig-like mandibles or appendages fling off at Emerald. I gotta get my piece of paper out here.
My piece of paper.
My piece of paper. All right, so the first one will be Emerald, and the second one will be the attack on Corvael. Ooh, Emerald looks like he got jacked up. Rolling the dice. So 7 points. He's kind of lashed with these thorny tentacular. That sounds spectacular. Thorny appendages that scrape him into him.
These testacular appendages.
Yeah. Grilder, nothing. Erky timbers. I'd be saying that'd be a crazy thing. Perhaps the Morning Lord can be helping me, In the name of the Morning Lord, don't you know? Get ye hence. Only evil can recompense. I'm dropping some crazy shit on you all here.
Irky is. You're just role playing him.
Oh my gosh. All right, so it actually seems like it's affecting it. You know, the tentacular, this quivering, the glowing eyes from this rat plantiant seems affected, and it's kind of like pushing back like a vampire at Van Helsing when he brandishes a cross. Apator?
Well, it's turned, yeah. So, is there anything valuable in the room that I can see nearby? Any weapons or anything?
So your Apator's like, oh, it's turned. Fuck it, I don't care. I don't need to kill this thing.
Yeah, I don't want to kill it. We'll just shut the door.
Okay. So meta. So meta.
How is shutting the door meta?
But you're looking around the room trying to find some treasure?
No, well, that's not meta. That's just good housekeeping.
All right, so you don't really see too much except there looks like a crystal decanter full of something, maybe a nice brandy or something.
Taking it with us.
All right, write that down. Fancy crystal decanter.
Fancy crystal decanter.
While he's doing that, what does Corfael do?
I'm afraid that I'm going to have to dispatch this vile creation.
All right, go ahead.
I'm sad to skip the one to do it. It's just.
Are you using your sacred flame, flame, or mace?
I'll just go up and mace it. I'll mace it.
Go ahead.
I'm doing it. It takes me forever to, click between these pages.
Do it. I guess that's okay in some circles.
Ooh.
Oh, boom.
And then.
All right, so yeah, you basically splatter it. Its brain pan, goes flying all over the room, and then it just falls back into a heap of mass of blood and plant matter.
Some Scottish dish, I'm sure.
That is a job well done.
Hey, Corfi.
Right.
Corfael?
Huh?
While you're at it, why don't you smash the one that's on the table that's moving around too, just in case?
Oh, nice.
All right, what's next?
I say we go out and keep checking rooms. We know that they're readying for us, and we got to find them wherever the frick they are.
So I will just move Urky Timbers. All right, so this room is relatively empty, but the back wall has fallen into a ravine that leads away. And then here, this looks like an extra armory.
Where are you?
And there's some weapon store. Oh, sorry, I didn't stop him, did I? The northeastern chamber is like a weapons armory. There's some battered scimitars and 6 short bows and some arrows in there. And this southern chamber, it has that whatchamajigger there.
We break all the bows and arrows.
Yep.
And
Somebody find Golder.
how are those scimitars? Are they nice?
They are battered.
Hey, buddy, Grilder. If you're not too drunk, we need to go. Thanks for your help.
I'm assuming Grilder goes along with everyone else.
Yep.
All right, so where are we at? We're at 10 o'clock. So do we? Oh, it's only been an hour and 58 minutes. Nice. Do we want to keep going, or what do you guys want to do?
I think it's a fine place to end.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm down with that.
It's 11 o'clock
Don.
for some of us.
Yeah, Don, what are you working on? Anything gaming-wise that you wanted to talk about for a minute or two?
I'm working on nothing I want to talk about.
Awesome. Good to talk to you. Bird, what about you?
Not currently right now.
Jose?
No. Hopefully I'll be running Stars Without Number or some other game pretty soon. Kind of busy in March.
We do have a new podcast that you, I, and the Hoff did called Audio Dungeon, and I know, aren't you working on
I'm also
cleaning that up for?
Working on trying to make that a workable episode. We may. I've been thinking about maybe doing a little bit of that at GaryCon too. So that's something we'll have to talk about.
Yeah, we will, and we will play next week. Hopefully, starting at 7:45, and I hope everyone shows up. Monty, you got anything you want to pimp other than skeletons with hose?
I'm looking forward to GaryCon. Be my first time, and looking forward to getting busy on Zine 3.
Yeah, I thought we'll go into a GaryCon spiel at the end of next episode, but I'm so pumped about GaryCon. I mean, there's so many cool people that are going this year. We're gonna miss a lot of the people that normally go, but it was cool. I would really like it if like people in the chat, because I mean we have some people watching. It looks like actually, and we were up to 4 at one point, so that's cool.
Tuesday, yeah, the 6th, yeah, right before we go.
Yeah, we'll have another game session before GaryCon, and then we'll be at GaryCon on Wednesday. And everybody in this room, except for Don, of course, will be at GaryCon. So if any watchers or people who watch this later are there, and you come up to us and you want to mention Curse of the Crimson Throne, I will give you a discount on Zine, or Claw, right. If you say Throne, you have to pay an extra $1. But if you say, if you actually know and it's Claw, well, I'll give you a discount on Zine, Hobbs and Friends of the OSR, Zine 1, second printing, or first printing of Zine 2. All you have to do is mention that. So that should be pretty exciting. We're going to have those, which I guess is what I'm pimping right now. And Monty did the writing on Zine 2. So that's pretty cool.
If I see anyone at GaryCon and they make eye contact or bare their teeth, I'm going to use chimpanzee law and rip their balls off, just so you know, because that's a sign of aggression.
Oh, good.
I don't really know what the hell Jose is talking about right now, but the thoughts and actions of Jose do not reflect on this on this live stream in any way.
That's chimpanzee law. Look it up.
We actually had to have a disclaimer for this one.
Well, when we talk about ripping people's ball sacks off, I think the disclaimer is necessary.
I didn't say sack. You're mischaracterizing my words.
So you just meant the testicles, not the scrotum.
See, you took it too far.
That's kind of what I do, actually. All right, so does anyone have any questions in the chat out there? I see that Kevin said Jared is supposed to be getting a copy for him. So cool. Sounds good. Maybe we'll just wrap this up then. Thanks everyone for this short visit into Mr. Hobbs's gamerhood. I'm glad you came to be my gamer. I'm just going to stop talking and Jose can stop whenever he wants to.